Dealing with factories and doing service can be a complex issue to start out. Factories typically handle service in much the same way, but you have to contact the factory you're working with to find out the specifics. Typically, interaction works like this. The house is delivered. The factory is going to service the house just like you would expect. They're going to do a 1-year service warranty on the house, but in the beginning it's really important. So on day one after delivery of the house, you should be going through the house. You should be determining what the shortages are, and you do that by evaluating the ship loose items. And the factory is going to, in theory, send you a ship loose report along with a shortages report. You do need to validate that. As soon as you discover any shortages, notify the factory immediately, because it might be that it's on back order, it could have been broken and had to be established or be reordered, but you need to have that started right away. On the other side, it could be that there are items that were broken in transit, missing or cracked, and so you have to start identifying that immediately after the set, do a walkthrough yourself, then do a walkthrough with your customer. Once you do that walkthrough, start the process with the factory of making them aware of what they've got to have ordered, because in most cases, the factory has at least a 2-week backlog on any items that are ordered, but not only do they have a 2-week backlog on the items ordered, then they have to schedule service for it. So for example, if there's a couple cabinet doors for some reason got cracked, they order them, it takes 2 weeks. They won't schedule a service person to deliver those items until they're in fact in place, and they could be 2 weeks out on service. So think about it. When you have a house that you're saying can be done in 6 weeks and factory service says it has to be ordered and then delivered and installed by the factory, that means it's already 4 weeks into the process of a house that you thought you could have done in 6 weeks. So you can overcome this in a number of different ways. If it's something that was done incorrectly or improperly at the factory and your workers or your subcontractors can fix it, call the factory, get a pre-authorization. They will usually you'll give them an amount and they'll authorize it, or they'll give you an allowance and say, we'll pay up to this amount. Then you have to decide, is it worth you doing it or worth waiting on factory service to come and do it themselves? But all points, the main points are, you have to get it identified, get it ordered, and get working on it right away, because otherwise you're going to meet your delivery expectations with your customer.